Let's talk about burnout. What is it and how do we avoid it? What is burnout to me? It's ultimately when you're overworked to the point where you break down both physically and mentally, and you feel like everything is just a bit too much and you start to implode on yourself. It's tough, and I can certainly vouch for burnout being a sales professional, as we see it time and time again in this line of work. And I know for many of you, whether it's finance or marketing or you run your own business, burnout can be very, very real when hours are high, times are tough, and finances are low. So how do I think about avoiding it? Again, I've got 3 top tips. The first one is to understand and reconnect with your why. And what I mean by that is you need to think about why you started doing what you're doing in the first place. Because when times get tough, if you don't have a compelling why, it's really difficult to find the fuel and the motivation to re-energize yourself and get yourself out of that hole. And I know that I chose a sales career because I love it. So when times get tough, often I think back to that first day I took in the city, how I felt, how energized I was, how much I loved it. And I often have to go back to that place to get myself back out of a hole and firing on all cylinders. The second thing is to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and that includes both physically and mentally. On the physical side, it might consist of exercise on a regular basis a few times a week, and mentally, it might be meditation, it might be expressing gratitude, or even just taking the time out to spend with family and reconnect to talk about more uplifting topics. But either way, you need to maintain a healthy lifestyle and one that's going to give you the fuel so that you can continue to motor on day in, day out. And the third thing is to reimagine your thinking. And what I mean by that is life is tough. We all know that. We all have setbacks, we all have failures, but your perception of all of these scenarios are critical to making sure that you avoid burnout. Situations are always what they are, but how you perceive them is a choice. And we have to get to a place where we choose to perceive our failures and our setbacks as lessons and learnings, not as the failures and setbacks that they might seem to be. To try and reimagine your thinking, shift your perspective, focus on optimism, and see opportunity where often other people see setback and failure. I hope that those 3 tips help. Stay focused, stay grinding. See you on the next one.